Hello all, this is my review of the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield chambered in 9mm versus the Sig Sauer P365 chambered in 9mm and the Ruger LCP2 chambered in 22LR. Reason I'm doing this, right, mainly when I was purchasing the Sig, I wanted something that I could in the waistband carry but still pocket carry. I like to have that option for both of them. I found that my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield was just a little too big. It's on the bigger side to pocket carry. Now in the waistband, it's fine. It's tiny. This is that good medium between the two. I can put this in my pocket, or I can put it in my waistband holster. Now there's going to be some people out there talking about, pocket carrying, whatever. I mean, I like to have the option to, right? I think with anything you should have the option, and sometimes I like to pocket carry. That's what I do. But I have the LCP2 here as well, just so I can show you the size. Okay, so let's do a safety check real quick. So let's look at our 3 mags. Empty mag, there's the follower. Empty mag, there's the follower. Empty mag, there's the follower. Okay. M&P Shield, 9mm. Around in the chamber, empty magazine well. Okay. Sig P365. No round in the chamber, empty mag well. Ruger LCP2, chambered in 22LR. No round in the chamber, empty mag well. All right. So what I'm going to be kind of using for comparison, the standard is going to be the Sig P365. Okay. Now bear with me. I am doing this one-handed, but let's go ahead and insert these mags. So it does most of these, except for this one. The LCP2 comes with one. These come with 2 mags. Okay. Now I'm using the flush fit mags for both of them to show you for the comparison. So here's the Shield. Here's the Sig. Okay. So base plate to base plate. So where I've met them up at right there is, show you lengthwise, it's a little longer. Now it's like, where do you measure from, right? Because the geometry of this is flat, this is angled. So if I was to make them meet, flat to flat, it just throws the geometry off. You can't really measure the gun that way, because see what it does. So let's line it up. Like the Sig is smaller. This holds the M&P Shield 7. This is 10. Okay, rounds. Now let's hold them up. Let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna do this left-handed, y'all. So this is side by side. Thickness, it's not. I mean, they're pretty close, about the same size. But they're not that thick. The only difference is just this. The M&P is just much bigger. I mean, and it even feels bigger too in your hand when you're holding it. So there's that. Okay. So we showed a clear and safe Ruger LCP2 and 22 long rifle. Let's go ahead and compare these two. So this is, now you might be shocked. I was shocked. So here is the size. So this is base plate to base plate. Coming up. Here's the backs. I mean, lengthwise, height-wise, they're almost identical. Now, this is the 22LR version. If you got the 380, it's pretty much the same. It might be ever so slightly bigger. But where it gets the Sig is in the length. The Sig is longer. Okay, so let's check out the width. Another shocker. Okay, yes, the LCP2 is thinner, but I mean, gosh, but not by much though. I mean, look at that. Now this is the 22LR version versus a 9mm. Both hold 10 rounds. You know. Now if you're trying to pocket carry and you wanted to, you know, if it's weight, yeah, the LCP is going to be the way to go. But I mean, now if weight's not an issue, I mean, go with the bigger caliber, 9mm. It's not that much bigger, and that's what shocked me. Like, now, I mean, yeah, the Ruger is smaller, and it's a 22. And like I said, they also sell it in 380, which is almost identical to this. I think the dimensions are almost identical. But I just, you know, like maybe if you're going for a jog or a run and you want to carry this, yeah, you know, keep it, you know, like, you know, for females, maybe you want to keep it in a pocketbook or, you know, something like that. I mean, I don't care what anybody says, 22 long rifle can kill. And let's let the comments fly on that one. But, you know, and then you also got reliability issues with 22 long rifle. And they do have, you know, concealed carry 22 long rifle ammunition that's supposed to be more reliable now. But I have yet to have a malfunction with this gun, you know. It's a good gun. But, I mean, if you're talking about size, apples to apples, if you wanted stopping power and something that's just ever so slightly longer, ever so slightly thicker, this is the way to go. I have a scale. Let's go ahead and do a weight comparison. Let's move my Sig, move the Ruger, move the Smith & Wesson. All right, here's my cheap food scale. I'm going to weigh it in front of you right here. Let's let this zero out. Okay, zeroed out. Let's start with the Smith. Okay, the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm with a flush mount mag inserted, no ammunition. It is 21 ounces. 20.9, 21. It wants to fluctuate between the two. Let's just call it. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll call it 20.9. Okay, there's that. Okay. Here's the Sig, flush mount mag, chambered in 9mm. No ammunition, 18.8 ounces. Now, I'm going to assume, because I'm not going to load these up on video, but I'm going to assume that with this flush mount mag, it holds 7. This one holds 10. I'm going to assume that this one's going to weigh just a hair more because you are getting, you know, 3 more rounds out of that, okay? Not by much, but you're getting more. Now let's load up. Let's zero this out. This thing likes to fluctuate. This is a very cheap food scale. All right. Here is the Ruger LCP2 with an empty magazine inserted. 11 ounces. Okay. Much, much lighter than the other two. It is also 10 rounds of 22LR. I am not talking crap about either 3 of these guns. All 3 of these guns are awesome purchases. You know, if you wanted, I would bet my life on all 3 as far as the way they work. Okay. Now stopping power is a different story because we're talking about 2 9mm versus a 22. Okay. So what stopping power, we can't necessarily compare, right? Will a 22 stop someone? Sure, it's going to stop someone. But, you know, I feel like if you're looking for a compromise for, you know, you want something smaller, but you don't want to give up on, you know, stopping power or capacity, the Sig is the way to go because we're looking at with the flush mount mag. Now this one, it doesn't matter. This is the mag that's with it, but these two, the flush mount mags, no extensions, no nothing. 7 rounds. 10 rounds. It's smaller. and it's lighter. Now, once this one's loaded, it's probably going to weigh a little bit more, but there's that. Okay. And we're looking at this one. This one has a safety. This one doesn't. You can buy this one with a safety. I just opted not to with this one. You have that option for a safety. Now with the Ruger LCP2, right? This one, like I said, 22LR has a safety. 10 rounds of 22LR, 10 rounds of 9mm in the Sig. Now the weight, vastly different. What did we say? I think what, 16.6. I'd have to look at the video again. 16.6 versus 11 ounces on this. I mean, vastly different. And we're talking ounces here, right? But for let's say you're older. Let's say you might have poor hand strength, from an injury, or this one's going to be a little harder to rack. This one, loaded or unloaded, this gun's super easy to rack. It is chambered in 22, and it is easy to rack. I have not shot the 380 version, but I've heard great things about the 380 version. And they also have the LCP Max out too, which holds 10 rounds of 380. So you want to make that compromise, right? But like I said, I showed you the size between this one and this one. In my view, if you're trying to pocket carry, and you can fit this in your pocket, I can. I'm over 6 foot tall. I got big pockets. This one is the way to go. You got 9mm with 10 rounds. But all three of these options on the table are good options, in my opinion. I've shot all three of them. All three of them are my firearms, and they are great firearms, all three of them. But it's my opinion. They're all three of them, great guns. And I'll let you decide. But yeah, there's the size comparison of the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield chambered in 9mm, the Sig P365 chambered in 9mm, and the Ruger LCP2 chambered in 22LR. Thank you very much.